Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And what we're looking at here are the eggs I collected today. And yeah, these I saved the cartons from started way back in I think about 2014 when I knew I was going to be moving off grid. I started saving up these egg cartons because I was buying eggs at the time. I didn't have chickens. And I've got loads and loads of different cartons, but when these eggs were on sale at Stater Brothers, that's when I bought them. But today I collected a dozen and a half eggs here, as you can see. And these are unwashed. These are fresh out of the nest as they were found. So they're can't get any fresher than that. And we'll go into a little bit more about eggs as I'm walking out to the chicken coop. But yeah, eggs fresh from the chicken, unwashed. Now, unwashed, remember. Can sit on your counter unrefrigerated for probably a week. It'd be safe, but I've heard up to 2 weeks without a problem. But that's because when the hen lays the egg, there's a coating on the egg that seals the pores, so you won't get air seepage through the shells, and it won't spoil your eggs. But you can wash them and refrigerate them right away, or you can refrigerate them unwashed and just wash them before you use them. If you're going to do water glassing, like I did with the eggs that are down here in this container, then there's 50 eggs in there. So that'll last me through the winter when things slow down. But right now, it's like springtime out there, and I'm not getting any cutback on the egg laying. And I'll explain something else to you about that as we go. Now, when you store eggs in a carton, you always want to store them pointy side down. You see the pointy side? Round side is facing the palm of my hand. So you're going to put these in pointy side down. Okay, that's the way you should store your eggs. And if you're going to refrigerate them, you should store them in a cardboard carton, not in the plastic egg trays that they some refrigerators had them molded right into the doors or the shelves or whatever. Or you can buy plastic egg cartons like this. But cardboard is the best, because what cardboard does is it absorbs any humidity and moisture that's in there and doesn't let it get to the eggs and spoil your eggs too fast ahead of time. So anyway, that's a little bit of egg trivia for you. All right, so we're going to head on outside here, and I want to show you on the way. It's still 73 at 3:30 in the afternoon here. Beautiful day today. Winds are up at about 11, but it just feels like a nice, comfortable breeze. So the only thing I'm wearing when I'm going outside right now is flip-flops and shorts. That's all that's needed. I just fed the chickens. I'll be doing fresh water for them in the morning because they still have some in there, and we don't waste water out here, so it'll be gone in the morning. We'll go from there. And I cleaned the coops out and all of that stuff, so that was my chores today. Except Andy, as you can see, all that's left of him and his motorhome are tire tracks. He left this early this afternoon, and he's already home. He texted me and said it was windy down there. Interesting. But anyway, this is the thing I wanted to mention. And I'm going to have to do some Googling later and find out what the heck is going on with the gray one here. You notice my little gray chick does not have a comb or beards like the other two. I wonder what that's all about. Huh. But these chicks are ready to be integrated. And that door will be opened up this weekend, and they will be integrated with the full flock. And why do I know it's time? Well, for one, they're already starting to pick on Mama. And that means that they're ready to fight for their territory. And for two, Mama left 2 eggs for me today in the isolation coop here. So she's ready to start laying again. And the Mama will not lay eggs while the babies are still growing up. Once they're old enough to be on their own, she'll let you know by starting to lay eggs again. So that's what she did. So she's all ready, along with these others, to be released into the big coop. Now those New Hampshire Reds are still twice the size, and these Buff Orpingtons are a much smaller hen. But I think Mama and the 3 of them should be able to fend for themselves once they get incorporated into the main flock. And Brewster's over there, just proud as can be with his shiny tail feathers. But you notice ever since I got rid of Blackie, you don't see any hens with their feathers missing off their backs and stuff. So Brewster's a good rooster. Blackie was a sadist. He tore up those hens. So anyway, we're ready to do that, and I will probably record it as I open the door. And on that day, I'll do a rake out. So I'll start, before I open the door, I'm going to rake out that whole section. And then I'll open the door, and these guys will run over there. And I'll close the door down, the hatch, and then I can rake out this section and get this all cleaned up. And then we'll have a full cleaned out run ready for them to do their thing in. So anyway, that's where we are. And because I saw Mama had laid eggs, but she didn't have any nesting left in there, so I re-nested it today. I got all 3 boxes in there, all re-nested. So the egg laying will continue in there. So I pulled out 2 dozen eggs out of here today because I didn't collect yesterday. When I went to collect, at the time I was going to collect, there was already there was still 2 hens. I'm sorry, I was looking at the rat trap I have down here to catch pack rats and stuff that get into my feed. But yeah, there was still 2 hens in here that were sitting on eggs. And so I've got a few brooders, but this is coming into the winter, so this is not a good time to be brooding. So it's just collect the eggs and wait for springtime. Wait for the spring thaw. So anyway, I got to do some repair on Andy's ramp here. He destroyed it. He's a hot rodder. He comes in here and floors it. Can't wait to get out camping. He floors it and slams the brakes on, and he slid these concrete pads forward. And one time he ran over the metal stop there and crushed that down. And I'll have to do a repair on all of that. But what can you say? All right, well, that's about all I have. It's also time to get my Christmas cactus decorated, get it ready for Christmas. And we don't have to go down to the garden this time. I'll do that one in another video, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, everything in the garden is still looking good, and a lot of the plants in there think it's springtime because it's been acting like springtime. It's been in the mid to upper 70s every day, and getting down into the high 40s, low 50s at night. So the plants don't know what the heck's going on. But don't forget, everybody, thumbs ups down there, like my videos. Don't forget to leave your comments and questions down below. Don't forget to subscribe and share. This is G Bear thanking you for joining me and signing off.